सोनामुखी, हरड़, मुलेठी जैसी अनेक जड़ी बूटियां और हजारों वर्षों का प्राचीन आयुर्वेदिक ज्ञान इस एक बोतल में समाया हुआ है। कायम टैबलेट, आपकी खुशियों का साथी।
Europe has pulled off its most dramatic financial power move since the Cold War. 210 billion euros of Russian state money frozen, for years debated, for months threatened by geopolitics every single day. And now the European Union has locked it away indefinitely. A move that shuts the door on Russia, shields Ukraine, and perhaps most critically defies Donald Trump's alleged back channel plan to take control of those funds in a future peace deal. This is not just economic warfare, this is Europe drawing a red line that Russia will not get back a single euro until Ukraine is compensated. So what exactly happened behind closed doors? And did Ursula von der Leyen snatch Russian assets away from Trump's hands? We break it down. Let's start with the facts first. European Union ambassadors have agreed to indefinitely immobilize the Russian assets lying in Europe. These are not small numbers. 210 billion euros in total, 185 billion euros of that sitting in Euroclear right in Brussels. The remaining 25 billion euros spread across private banks in Europe. Until now, these assets were held under a standard sanction regime, a regime that required all 27 European Union countries to agree every 6 months. One veto and the whole thing collapses entirely. But Europe just made a bold, unprecedented move. They triggered Article 122, a special emergency provision usually reserved for economic crises like COVID or the energy shock. And with that, Europe has slammed the vault shut. No unanimity, no rollovers, no vetoes. And the message? Russia does not get this money back until the war stops and reparations are paid in full without harming Europe's economy. So why did the European Union go nuclear with Article 122? Because the European Union argued that Russia's invasion did not just destroy Ukraine, it sent shockwaves through Europe. According to the European Commission, releasing the funds back to Russia right now would directly damage the European Union's own economy. And under Article 122, preventing that damage is legally justified. But here is where things get really fiery. Last month, the Trump administration and the Kremlin had drafted a secret 28-point plan to end the war in Ukraine. Point 14 of that plan was the bombshell: use Russia's frozen assets for the commercial benefit of both United States of America and Russia. Yes, a plan that would strip Europe of control, reward Russia, and leave Ukraine with crumbs while benefiting Donald Trump. European allies shut it down immediately, but the fear did not go away. What if Washington pressures Europe again? What if Donald Trump pushes harder again? Well, not anymore. By locking the assets through qualified majority, Europe has effectively removed the US factor. No external influence, no unilateral veto, no way for these billions to be used as bargaining chips in a future Trump-Putin negotiation. That is how Ursula von der Leyen and the European Union have snatched the Russian assets away from Donald Trump's hands. Now the question that matters the most: does this help Ukraine? Yes, but there is still a battle ahead. The immobilization is meant to support a massive zero-interest reparations loan for Ukraine's reconstruction. But there's a twist. Belgium, which physically holds most of these assets at Euroclear, is still resisting this idea. Belgium wants more safeguards, more legal clarity, more guarantees. So Europe is united but not fully aligned. And where does this leave us? 210 billion euros frozen. Europe defiant Ukraine, still waiting in Russia. Russia is furious.